Hello, hello, hello. And we're live. And the audio's fixed. How's it going, guys? A special hello to Garlic Trader, who is the first one here. Good to see you here, man. Anyone looking to buy some garlic? Well, I think what you're looking for is there anyone looking to trade for some garlic, right? Well, I guess you can trade money, right? So, yeah, same thing. But yeah, Yaya's here as well, and Sebastian, Duval, the usual crowd. How's it going, guys? I hope you guys are doing very well this Thursday afternoon. It's gonna be I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do today, but it'll be pretty good. And yeah, Bam's here too, and I think Bam's been pretty active in the Discord, but we'll see that in a second here, and in a second, I mean like right now. So yeah, CAD model of the day number 539 we will soon do. But before we hop into that, we're gonna go and just take a look at what's going on in the general chat. What's going on in the general chat? I gotta scroll all the way back up here. Yeah, this is back where we're having the conversation on, kind of what it means to pursue engineering. So this is from before. Risky saying, thanks, Tangic. Tangic, there go my evening plans. Oh, with the not responding. Oh my god, that's the worst, dude. That sucks. Is it not responding or did it crash? It crashed out entirely. Email certifications to see if I can get my cooldown change. Very good strategy there. If the tester freezes and crashes and you lose your credit, they're usually pretty lenient. As long as you email them and you're polite and you explain what happened, they're very they're very merciful when it comes to resetting the cooldown or even giving you another credit. Yaya, with the perfect response here, he can be if you really want to, you could really be a proficient Solidworks teacher or a support engineer if he wants to. Yeah, but yeah, ask for the log file, so keep them. Very good. And don't delete any of the related files. Even if it didn't crash, I recommend you keep your all the model files from the exam. And if you fail the exam, God forbid, you can study, see what went wrong, and do better next time. I sent those over as well as some sad faces. I'm pretty sure I was 100%. Wow. They've also saying looking for some job opportunities in the United States relating to mechanical engineering or CAD engineering. If there are any positions for the entry level, I would be eager to apply. All right, I gotta check some. I'll check my my connections. There's usually a couple people with some posts. So, if anyone has any advice for Duval over here, is looking for a job. Let's help each other out. Risky saying that's service. I have reset your SolidWorks exam test section. You can now retake the exam right away. That's awesome. Yeah, that's really, really good. I think this is my favorite cert so far. Meets your prerequisites for CSWE. So I guess you passed, is what I'm guessing. That's really good. Yeah, that the meets the requirements one. Yeah, chef's kiss on that. Being the best certification. That was my favorite cert. Now it's this one. My God, dude. We got a new expert in the house. Congratulations. That is so fucking good. Sorry, language. But I get excited for stuff like this, Number 222 in the UK. That's you're among the first, man. That's super good. I'll just let's just go through the the reactions there. That is awesome. Ruben here saying congratulations. Yeah, and everybody in the chat, give Risky Bam here a big old congratulations, because that is huge, hard to do. Who's getting demonetized now? LOL, says Yaya. Yeah, you know, that's just my, oh man. I do it to myself. I mean, YouTube's really strange with that. I mean, we'll see what, I mean, it's not like I'm raking in the dough, with the streams anyway. So it's not a huge deal, but, I do get a lot of support from a lot of people, especially people like, Danielle Boyer, who send younger people to my channel. So I'm just, trying to keep it PG, but whatever, it's a great time for, celebration for Risky. Hey, it's Melectrica with that hello, Rob. Well, hello to you too. Make yourself comfy. We're just hanging out like we always do. So Ruben says he's preparing for CSWA. What materials have you used for learning? Risky saying, obviously Rob has some amazing tip videos. I try my best. And his streams teach something. I've also used Solidworks Lucas, very good. I'll show his channel, and CAD for Engineers on YouTube. I don't think I've heard of this channel, but we'll take a look. It's whatever helps, right? And the next step was finding project I like and doing those. Bravo, dude. Because the key is the practice. If you don't practice, you don't get comfortable with the tools, and you don't get those troubleshooting skills when you try and do something and it doesn't quite go your way. And Yaya also talking about his LinkedIn article that he wrote, Journey to the CSWA. That sounds like it's a great read. So, if any of you watching right now looking to get certified in SolidWorks, of course there's my channel, but I definitely recommend SolidWorks Lucas as well. Here, let's see if we can't visit his channel real quick. I know I've showed him before, but yeah, it's this guy's channel. Oh, look, he just passed 1,000 subscribers. That's super good. Man. Milestones, dude. Yeah, there's a... Man, this kid's popping off. Look at these videos. So yeah, a lot of cert prep on this channel here. Definitely recommend it. I have a couple of cert videos on my channel, as you know. But I do want to finish it, but it's just like, it just takes so long to prepare, and I'm kind of a time in my life where it's just like, time's kind of tight, but I'll just let you peek in my daily life, in my daily CAD, Yeah, you're saying, oh, my good old 12.5 tips. I eventually want to get them, get all of them, but for the meantime, SolidWorks Lucas has got you covered. He's very, very good. One of the youngest people to get the CSWE at 15, although I know that that has recently been broken by a 14-year-old getting the CSWE, which is crazy. Do you need... Oh, Garlic asking a great question, and Yaya with the correct answer to that. Garlic asking, do you need to take the CSWA to take the CSWP? And the answer is no, you do not. That's actually a common misconception. The only prerequisites that are... the only prerequisite exams is, what Yaya just mentioned in the chat. The CSW is the only one with prereqs. Well, not exactly, because you cannot take any of the advanced professional certifications without getting without getting professional. So you can't take surfacing before general CSWP. So a recommended, if you're trying to, I guess there's a couple paths here. Like the completionist path is like, it's good for the person who hasn't done this kind of stuff before and is kind of anxious about the exams. Their SolidWorks skills are strong, but they're not sure about the test-taking strategy. If you can find, a credit to the CSWA, just to kind of get used to the test-taking, that's totally cool. Tons of people do that. But if you're looking for, I guess, least money and least time for the least amount of exams, you can take the CSWP, the Certified Professional, and then pick 4 of the 5 exams. And the easiest ones I would recommend is sheet metal, weldment, drawing tools, and surfacing. The 5th one is mold making, and that one is brutally difficult. not to say it can't be done. You know, there's people in my chat right now who has done it, but I would say mold making is the most difficult of the advanced exams right now. But, you know, after taking the CSWP and the 4 advanced, that's 5 exams taken, then you can take on the CSWE, and if you get it, you know, that's, you know, you're basically on the max level. But, yeah. You know, so those are, you know, a few example paths. Yeah. All right, let's go back here. Good stuff. So, and CAD Engineers. Let's check out this channel. My latest mold making score was 440. 160 was the path. It's okay, dude. It is very, very hard. It used to be the easiest exam, in my opinion. So, I think they rewrote it in 2018, if I'm not mistaken. It was fairly recent, but the mold making used to be the easiest exam. They rewrote it, and it's brutally difficult. So if you go down that path, the first exam you'll take is a CSWP, and then move on to the CSWP Advanced. That is correct. Yeah, you need at least 4 of the advanced ones to move on to the expert. Oh, that's pretty good. CAD Engineers. Yeah, this looks pretty good. So yeah, yet another great find, I would say. I just want to be careful because I don't know if any of these models actually appear on the exam. So, you know, I just want to, well, you know, I like teaching the methods of like how to be a good CAD designer rather than saying this is the model, this is the clicks you have to do, because that's not really learning, right? But yeah, this could be another resource here. I don't think these are, I don't think those are the models, but you know, everyone knows, just let me know. But yeah, oh yeah, this is my model for today, but we'll get to that in a sec. You know, that's Jet from Valorant, but we'll get there when we get there. Oh wow, you guys are talking a lot, dude. Yeah, so good stuff. Big day. You know, the day he'll take the CSWE. That was, yeah, that's everyone's big day. It's just like you get pumped. Thanks. For me, is worth getting the CSWE first. My university offers free vouchers. Yeah, if they offer the vouchers for free. Oh, yeah, I was saying some of them are pretty close. Well, pretty close. I'll give that a pass. Like, you know, there are YouTube channels that will actually like screen record them taking the exam, which is like a huge no-no for me, at least. Like, I don't want to teach that way, you know, and I have a good relationship with Solidworks Corp, you know, it's just why I do the giveaways and stuff like that, and, you know, I just don't condone learning like that, because you just learn how to do the one model rather than build up the skills. I want to give you guys the skills so you can be superstars when you get your first job, you know. But Ruben asking, do you guys ever use 3D Sketch? I've seen it used for piping. And Yaya saying, I used to use it a lot when modeling pipes and tubes. Yep, that'll do it. But I've also used them for referencing, convert all edges of a body, and delete the body later on while having its outline. That's a really good technique. Not a lot of people know that one, Yaya. So maybe I'll go over that really quick. Just demonstrate it. Also comes in handy while surfacing. Guide curves are usually 3D curves, not to mention intersection curves. Yep, you hit the list. You know, that's that is the big list. And Risky asking adding weldments to that. So yep, of course. And then there's my stream. So wow, what a great conversation. And let me remind you. Oops. Let me try something here. Oh man. I was gonna give you guys the link to my Discord because, like, I know you guys, most of you came from my Discord, but if you're not part of the Discord already, this is my personal invitation to you. A lot of like-minded individuals. We just want to, you know, just bringing people together, helping each other out, because like I have helped a lot of people, but you know, me having a full-time job, I'm just not available all the time. So just when Yaya's been like a real hero, you know, helping other people in the Discord. So you know, super shout outs to Yaya. All right, share your work. Took me ages to get the animation. Will you load? Ah, there we go. Oh, very nice. Very cool. I see the ball shooting out the bottom. That's awesome. That's very good. I think this is how they actually organize Legos. Like when they you know, Lego heads, you know, for the little minifigs, and they need to print a little decal on them. It'll go into a tumbler like this, and they'll sort it like this, I believe. So that is very good, very high quality animation there. Yeah, click on open original. But yeah, that is really, really good. Yeah. You know, definitely on the cutting edge of the of animation. Sorry, I was reading here. Yeah. Anyone facing issues with motors and... Yeah, I've had some issues in basic motion. It's not something I've really investigated personally, because I usually just switch it to motion analysis at that point, if you know, that's if I already haven't started with that. But yeah, no, you're not the only one. I've seen, you know, the weirdness you've described in my things as well, whenever I try and demonstrate it, for example. Alright, so that's really, really good. You know, and also I'll point out for the people who want to, you know, when you join the Discord and want to get certified or just practice their CAD skills, like even if you have, you know, Onshape or Fusion 360, you know, one of the newer things we have here, the CAD exercise library, just a bunch of PDFs with, you know, exercises, you know. If ever wants to load. But yeah, I think I downloaded this before. Yeah, the 50 SolidWorks exercises, there you go. And yeah, try that out. And it'll be pretty good. So yeah, great stuff, guys. And let's see. I think we'll just get into the modeling at this point. So yeah, you know, I kind of spoiled it from before, but you know, what I'm thinking of doing today, so this character is Jet from Valorant. So I've been watching my, you know, my good friend the Renegade Coder play the game Valorant, and he likes to play Jet a lot, and so I see this knife appear on screen a lot of the times, and I thought it looked cool, so I think we'll try that out. You know, I was saying the pillow that you posted the other day looks awesome. I legit, if that was one of the days, you know, there are some days where I do, you know, I can like focus on an idea, but that day it was like literally 11:10 p.m. So I only had 50 minutes, like less than an hour to start modeling, finish modeling, do the rendering and post, like all within an hour. And you know, I was actually talking to one of my friends on Discord, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna model a pillow. You know, I don't think I've done that before, and you know, it turned out to be pretty fun. You know, I could actually let's take a look at it. You know, I did get comments on my Instagram saying that they were very curious on, you know, how I got that done. It's not as bad as... Yeah, there it is. It's not my best modeling in my opinion, but you know, I was like really tired, running out of time, so it's the model of the day. You know, sometimes you do awesome models, sometimes you do just pretty plain ones, and this was like one of those, I would say. But yeah, we can go over it. So let's see what I did here. You know, I started with just this squiggly curve. So based on a rectangle, so that is the size of a pillow in the United States. pretty common size at the very least. 2 sketches, so each like just a couple of splines. And typically, hold on, music's a little loud. Typically, when you sketch with splines, you don't want to put so many points. The less points you put and you're able to get your shape, the smoother the spline will be. But this is taking that idea in the opposite direction, where I put way too many points on a spline on purpose, and that makes a spline very wrinkly. And that's just a really good way to kind of model fabric. Then fed that to my boundary surface command. Let me turn off perspective here. There we go. You know, perspective. Oops. Yeah. Oh no, that's right. Turned off perspective. Go into boundary surface. You know, just selected the 2 curves, normal to profile, and then I could just adjust, you know, how much that goes. You know, just by dragging the arrow or just by toggling the boxes. That's what that looks like. Then for the other curves, more splines, more squiggly splines like that. And I just lofted that squiggly spline to the edge. And for some reason I did a boundary here. I think I was just really tired. And yeah, I was just really tired, so I don't know why I used loft on one side and boundary on another. I think I could have just used 2 of the same, honestly. Does YouTube have a violence checker on chat messages? No? Question mark. Can't send the word punch in a sentence. Well, like, you got it through now, but that's super weird. I gotta admit, because you're saying the word punch right now, and I'm saying the word punch. So if I get my channel, if my channel goes offline, you know why I said the word punch. But yeah, from here, you knit all the surfaces together because variable fillet. You see I picked the one edge and I did a variable fillet starting from 0, radius of 0, which is pretty interesting. One of the few SolidWorks features that will accept 0 as an input. So 0 maxes out at 3 inches and then tapers down back to 0. So that's that variable fillet there. And did the same thing for the other side, like that. And that's basically the pillow shape there in a nutshell. I mirrored it, knitted it together. So at this point it's solid. I think, yeah, it looks like I was testing some other fillets to help smooth things out a little bit. But this next one is what I was talking about in my caption, where when I said I was playing around with freeform. So let me hide all these. Hey Toby, what's going on? Oh, that actually that reminds me. I know you sent me a message, dude. So I think this weekend, right? Here, I'm gonna go to your let's go to your Twitter. All right, Jet. This is gonna have to wait. This is very, very important. Too tall, Toby. There we go. You know, if you go to Too Tall Toby's channel, I think you can click his name right there in the chat. This tournament that I myself once participated in is having its next incarnation this Saturday, the 1st. So thanks for showing up, Toby. You reminded me. I get like a lot of messages and I tend to forget stuff. But who's on the roster? Oh, these are all new people. Though I know Ivan, he rolled me. Ivan just destroyed me. I also know Smitty. And of course I know Cam. But Dark is new. Ed is new, I think. No, I've seen Ed before. This is gonna be a great turn. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to see this. Man, this was so cool to to participate in, by the way. The nerves get to you, dude. I forgot how to read. But yeah, that's this Saturday, guys. This Saturday, go check it out. And also subscribe to Toby while you're here. Timsy won Model Mania. Oh, yeah. My bet's on Ivan, low key. I think mine too, Garlic, because he's the one who part of it is he's the one who rolled me, so you know, it's just less it's less embarrassing for me, I guess, to say it's like, oh, the guy who defeated me is the one who went to go take the whole thing home. But you know, I'm just you know, I think, you know, especially with like Cam Smith in there and Smitty, those guys are blazing fast. It's good stuff. Alright, where was I? Pillow. Ivan is solid. Yeah, he works pretty solid. You're welcome for you. This is the dad joke of the day. Promise I won't make that a series. But yeah, let's talk about freeform a little bit. So I got like a pillow shape, and I could have just left it like that, but check what happens out. So freeform is the next feature. Ooh, so looks like a head has been resting there. So how do I do this? So I think the best way to show it is to just suppress this freeform and just do it again. So freeform is one of those buried commands, so I like to search for it. Freeform. Ivan transcend this world. He opened his SolidWorks third eye years ago. But actually, though. Alright, freeform. So first thing, what face you want to deform? This one. Ooh, look at the curves. Very important. Freeform works best with four-sided surfaces. So, if you don't have a four-sided surface, I would extend it and then trim it back to be three sides. Rob had to punch the pillow a couple times before posting. I really did. Alright, so what now? You go to this add curves. And with the add curves function, you know, you can kind of almost subdivide. Even though this really isn't technically sub-D modeling. Maybe it is I don't know. But you subdivide your face with these curves here. And then you add control points. So what I did was, you know, to kind of simulate like, you know, someone resting their head on it, I added, you know, 3 points per curve like this. So keep in mind, when you add these green curves and these green points, that is telling the surface where they should be. Anywhere where you don't add any green means that it's free to move wherever it wants. So what you'll see here, I'm done adding points. If I click this 1 point and move it down, oop, maybe too much. You can see that this point stays still, and the surface still goes through it. So that's why I put 3, is because I want this point to actually stay still. So, you know, you get a more convincing, like, you know, kind of valley in the middle, rather than smoothly over the entire surface of the pillow. You can kind of control where the deformation is. So I can do that and push that down as well. Something like that. And, you know, you see the effect if I do that. I pull that this way. You know, it just follows the points. Oh, it looks like I kind of played around with it. Man, that is in the way. Very in the way. Okay. Whatever, you know, just a little demonstration now. So do that. Get the robot. And move them. So something like that. So that's like, you know, pretty sharp. I have a sharp head, I guess, but, you know, there you go. So that versus the Virtual Flat CAD original is that. You had to reorder your sentence. Man, I don't know. I don't know, dude. It's funny because like punch isn't even. I mean, it's like a violent action, sure, but it's also you. I mean, can you say fruit punch? All right, someone try and chat fruit punch. I'm curious. Does it go through? I have no clue. But yeah, that's really the. So yeah, fruit punch works. You know, there's, you know, Toby with the demonstration there. And I think I just kind of moved this around. Yeah, I think I tried some, you know, sweeping to see if I could add more detail, but I ultimately didn't like it that much, and I just kind of rendered it as is. Fruit punch. Fruit punch, fruit punch, fruit punch. Hopefully no one gets offended with One Punch Man. Oh, you know what's really funny? I gotta show you a cool comment. A funny comment, I guess. But it's a comment that I love, so... You know, I get a handful of comments. A lot of them are like bots and stuff, but... Here. I go... Here. And then go to my notifications. Yeah, this guy... I hearted his comment already, but, you know, this guy says, just wow, man. You're like Saitama in SolidWorks, so I guess I am SolidWorks One Punch Man. Bam with a punch fruit. Yeah. This was a good old practice. Really enjoyed. Oh, there's Stella. With my glasses and my synth there. Wow, a lot of people watch this video, huh? I'm glad people liked it. So yeah, it's just me doing like, what's it called? Imported body modifications. You know, direct editing commands and all that fun stuff. Yeah, I'm just getting this like default model of a hat. And I put my, put it like a custom logo on it. This one was very, very fun. I should do more projects like this, honestly. But yeah. So I think now we'll get to lenses or LASIK. Good question. Neither, because my vision is pretty good as is. Although when I drive, it's kind of hard for me to see the names of streets, because those signs, at least in the United States, they're pretty small. I can see like the rest, you know, the big signs just fine. Like I know what a stop sign is, for example. But if I put my glasses on, then I can see like the street names pretty easily. So it's just like it just really sharpens my vision, and it's just something that's not necessary for me to wear every day. You know, sometimes I do if I want. I also have these glasses, which kind of helps sometimes. So it's like a gaming glasses that, you know, help filter out blue light. Yeah, they really need to be clean though. Yeah, so it's just a really matter of just, you know, if I'm feeling I want to wear the glasses. Although I say I don't need glasses, but then, you know, I watch some of my videos and I just see my face like this. And it's just like, you know, shoving my face inside of the screen. But yeah. I want to do this little knife though. It's a SolidWorks nerd character. I think it really does. Let's save this. Alright, so we'll save that. I don't know how hard I'm gonna go with this model. If I'm gonna try and go for like a perfect reproduction, or just like a, you know, it's a fun little thing. We'll see. I have to say the glue gun is, you know, that I did a couple days ago. You know, really one of the... It was really fun. Glasses team here since ever. Yeah, if I can clean these glasses, I would put them on. Yeah, I have the glasses that, you know, I'm wearing in that video here, but I think the lenses fell out of them, so I've been meaning to fix it. Like there, it's like missing a lens. Probably should get around to it. Oh, it's at an angle. That's annoying. All right, stay right there. So I'm just gonna draw a line. Oh man, I don't know how long that knife should be. Maybe I'll say 6. And if I ever want to 3D print it and, you know, the scale's off, I might just feed it to the scale tool. So, yeah, let's do that to the very tip. 6. Yeah, so now you can actually see the angle that I need to compensate for. Man, that looks really, really close. Yeah, so that's a tip, you know, if you have like a picture that's like at an angle a little bit, you know, draw a line beforehand and just kind of match up the picture, because it's kind of hard to tell, you know, just by looking at a picture like this, you know, what angle that knife is sitting at, or the item is sitting at. Unless it's a knife, then it's a knife, but whatever. Actually, part of me... No, I think I'll leave the origin down there. I think that's fine. Though I do kind of want to start with this kind of ring feature here. There's like some very interesting, like... Yeah, like some annulus. And then I can use that to build off and create this profile. Or just be lazy and model a knife at an angle. I mean, I've done stuff like that before too. You know, especially with the 507 mechanical movements. Like, a lot of the times I'll trace the actual, like, image. But if there's, like, a link at an angle, it's like, okay, that's, like, at 25 degrees. And then it gets, like, tiring when I have to draw more and more lines and have to reference it. It can be such a pain sometimes, but... Yeah, I've done it both ways. Let's see here. Oh man, the perfectionist in me really wants to adjust that. Oop, beep. You've never seen perfectionism like this before. There we go. Man. So I think I'm gonna get a plane. No, I don't need a plane. Yeah, I can just get the right plane. I have that sound on too. Yeah, so do you use mouse keys? Yeah, it's the sound of mouse keys turning on and off. So that shape is kind of like this. We have this. Oops. It kind of needs to go 2.375. It's just a guess, of course, but it looks fairly close. Once I have this, maybe get an overall size like that. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. There we go. Looks like 0.20, honestly. 0.75. Yeah. Honestly, could be. I just thought I wanted to mirror it over, but I think I'll start just by doing it like as a half. Excuse me, as a half, and then mirror it at the very end. And we don't really have access to the third dimension in this 2D image. So I'm just gonna make a guess. And when I press numlock instead of home. And then I keep wondering why pressing 9D is doing page up. That actually reminds me of a funny tech support story. So like, a guy calls, tech support, back when I used to work, and he calls me. It's like, my SolidWorks is glitching. The design tree just keeps flashing like this. And at that point, we had screen share software, and we log on and we take a look at his screen, and indeed, it's doing like weird flashing, like it's doing right now. And I'm like searching through the internet, searching through past cases we did. It's like, has this ever happened before? No, not that I can tell. And then, I'm pretty knowledgeable about, SolidWorks shortcuts. I used to be like very, very in tune with the keyboard stuff, with keyboard shortcuts, especially before I started teaching. I kind of manually slowed myself down. But then I remembered, if you press F9 on your keyboard, it will actually hide the design tree. And if you press it again, it will show it. So, the question I asked him before I like started routing through his settings and his files, and I just asked him, "Is there anything on your keyboard?" And he's like, "Yeah." There's actually a book." And he took it off, and it stopped. So it turns out that book he had that was partially on his keyboard was just holding down the F9 key. So it's just going crazy like that. So, that's just kind of like a really interesting, like, it's like a good, like, know your stuff moment, but also it's just like, really asking the simple questions. Because it's just like, whenever you want to help someone with tech support, you really want to impress them by like, oh, let me take a look at your files, your log file, or let's take a look at your settings here. It's like, how do you have this set up? Or, another one, like, I actually got this one a couple times. It's like, I keep typing in numbers in the boxes and nothing happens. It's like, is numlock on? Click, brr. They just hung up. But it's just like, yeah, it's just like that. So, tales from tech support. I will say that engineers, for the most part, most of the engineers I talk to over tech support, really nice. Though you'll have a couple rude people here and there. Okay, I think this is going to be way too thick when I mirror over, so I'm just going to like do that. Yeah, that's better. So when I mirror, it's not overly thick. That's kind of what's difficult about designing in profile, is like, it's just difficult to tell whether, how wide something's going to be until you actually see it. Hey, Danielle's here. What's going on, Danielle? Yeah, we're just doing modeling sharp stuff, I guess you could say, from a video game, from a vidya. Are you going to eyeball the thicknesses? Yep, I think I will. Unless I'm an FTC prep judge at an FTC prep judge meeting right now. Well, I'm glad you decided to share your, just to pop in and say hi. I really appreciate that. Hope it goes well for you. But that's really awesome. What was I about to do? Yeah, I didn't find very many pictures. So if I kunai, I think that's what that name of that knife is called. I found this pretty, this pretty clean looking model, but it's not exactly it. It's showing the thickness is kind of similar. Let's see if I can see it in gameplay. Abby. So I think that's her ultimate ability. So it's Jet, Valorant, Ult. No. Ult. There we go. There we go. So here's like Yeah, I think there's not a lot of great pictures. Gotta be honest. I think this one is like the best looking picture. So let's open this image in new tab. Take a look. Yeah, I think I'm pretty close, at least for like that ring where it has to be. So with this, I'm actually not quite sure what to do next. So whenever that happens to me, I just like to trace. Let's get a spline. So this looks like basically vertical. So we'll do that. And this will sit at some angle like this. And I'd say let's lock the position of this point. I'm gonna say, yeah, 0.28, I guess. Did this snap on? No, not really. Get on there. That's better. Alright, so there's that. I think what I'll do is get another plane that will represent the overall thickness of the blade here. And I'll start sketching on that. I think that's going to be my technique here. So something that I do notice, if I hide this, I see a line here with the lighting. So that indicates that there is like a break in continuity in that surface. But I don't see that same line on this part. That suggests to me that this V shape thing is flat. That might not be entirely correct, but that's just my initial like assumption here, and we'll work off of that. So let's get that front plane. Oh, hey Jet. Let's make sure that this is going the right way. Yeah, it was. Let's say 0.1. Yeah, I don't want it quite to meet up with this. But let's try it. We'll sketch on that plane. And I think I'll just sketch this basically, or I'll just sketch the one side of it. So that will snap right there. Give that maybe just a slight little bend to it. I feel like Bob Ross sometimes. We'll take him and then give him a distance. Oops, I missed. I shall be on my way now, says Garlic. Gotta sleep. Have a nice one. I'm really glad you stopped by, man. You know, I hope your sleep your sleep is super good, and you know, we'll see you next time, dude. Thanks for stopping. All right, not bad. Except I think this point needs to meet up with this point here. Like it... Well, does it though? Or is the knife more like embedded? Man, this is super hard. Can't wait to see the finished model tomorrow. Well, let's see. struggling here a little bit to kind of see the perspective. It's just so pixely. Yeah, maybe we will actually see our first example. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna abandon this sketch, but I'll suppress it. I won't delete it. Let me see if I can instead use a 3D spline, which I know they can be pretty hectic, but I know at least I have this point to start off with, and then can put the next point over there. That point can rest on this plane, and this point can also touch the right plane like that, and I'll give it a distance. I suppose I could do it like that, although now it's going to give you kind of true distance, but I think I'll still be able to make it work. It's not bad. I might bump that up another, like that much. So far so good. And then what really helps is that, when you touch 3D splines, you definitely want to be looking at them from a particular direction. And thankfully this only needs a very slight bend. And I think that's it. All right, I think that's it. That's the hot ticket there. So I think next what I'll do, see if I can't surface these together. Yeah, I might have to do a filled surface, because I could try a boundary surface, but that would make a three-sided surface, and that's typically not very helpful. You get degenerate surfaces and they act weird sometimes. I might actually be able to, if I go to fill surface and say, hello, where'd you go? Fine, I'll give you a color. Red, no, orange. Wow, you don't stay orange. Alright, filled, that, and if I say fix up boundary, what does that want to do? Nothing. Okay. I gotta go draw something on the right plane here. Now, what should be the character of this curve? I'm honestly thinking just like another spline here to here. Make this vertical, maybe. And just leave the other end untouched, so that kind of just naturally swoops in, but will be like tangent to the top there. All right, let's see what that wants to do. Filled surface between this, that, and this. Hold on, I got a message here. Alright. Not a message I need to answer right now. So we're not getting any preview here. Yeah, what I might have to do is actually get other surfaces around it. And then I could start, building off of this little by little. Alright, it's going to be a process. Let's hide the sketch picture for the time being. So let's do extruded surface the other way. And let's extrude this surface this way. And I'll just leave that as is. So let's see if this works any better. So this edge, and this. Now we gotta fill. And I just want to be careful. Yeah, I don't want to set any tangencies anywhere because, like I said, there's actually a transition there. So Hit that. And that's our first surface, I think. Looks pretty good. Let's hide. And I'll just hide these two away. I might have to delete them if they get too in the way. Let's show. Ooh, very nice. Alright, I think next loft I can do is from this edge to perhaps this one. So let's try that out. And I think, you know, that one will be simpler. That'll be on the plane that I made. And I think the important thing is just to be meticulous with your relations. Like, every time I sketch a point, like along here, it's got to be vertical to the origin. You know, that'll keep it nice and in its place. Here I have a little bit of leniency. I might just put, you know, somehow define the end of this point. 3.4, that looks good to me. Maybe 0.34, sure, same number twice. Whatever. And maybe a distance from here to here. That looks good. And maybe I could just give it a slight bend just to make it interesting. It's pretty close to straight, but you know, just gonna give it like that, and I should be able to boundary from that to this. I think that's pretty good. That should all be meeting up, if I'm not mistaken. You know, it's okay to, you know, just take a second to inspect your work. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's save. I am an actual madman. I did all of that without saving. Don't do that, guys. Save your work often. I am an actual psycho. I would have been so sad if Solidworks had crashed. What about this? I can make the assumption that this particular curve is along that plane that I created, and then loft to this. Use that as a curve. Though it might be kind of tricky to match it up to this, but I might have to fuse the blade portion into its own body and then combine it later. Yeah, don't overdo it. Keep it simple. So let's show that again. I'm glad I didn't delete that. Sketch on this plane. And let's get yet another spline. Man, if it wasn't for this ring, I don't think I would have used even a single line. Yeah, like Jet's like, aren't you done yet? Let's do something like this. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's show, or let's hide the sketch picture. So what I should be able to do here is let's use a boundary from here to here, direction 2, make sure it hugs that curve, and I can just leave them all in none because, you know, it's supposed to look facety, you know. Okay, so what I do see is that at least a surface does extend into this body, which I am thankful for. Yeah, not bad. So this hole in the middle, I'm gonna assume is like at the mid plane of the knife, which means I should be sketching these curves. Yeah, I should be sketching these curves on the front plane. So this is actually a pretty rare example of me building a surface model one facet at a time. Usually you wouldn't do it like this. It's pretty slow. But, you know, for like the maximum amount of control and, you know, getting stuff just the way you look like, you know, can be pretty good, but time consuming at the same time. You know, what's nicer to do is like, you know, what I demonstrated when making the hot glue gun, where it's like I started with like boss extrudes, did a bunch of fillets, and then tweaked it with surfacing here and there, you know. Thank goodness there is symmetry, though. Oops. Like that. Just relating it to the origin. These numbers are pretty meaningless. You know, I'm just getting them close and just kind of rounding up. Give it a little curve. I think that's pretty good. What's interesting about this, it looks like there's like a trapezoidal face here. I might actually be able to take care of that with a boss extrude. Yeah, I'm definitely working out those perception muscles in my brain. So that to that. Pretty good. So I'm going to draw this, and then I might have to do another 3D sketch to make sure Solidworks solves this part out correctly. I think it's looking pretty good so far. Go. So that needs to be vertical to this. Looks good. And then I'm going to hide this body away. And then I'm going to get a 3D sketch again with a spline. So notice like how I do 3D splines is I get as much geometry around it as possible and then just kind of snap to that. Like I don't usually just get a 3D spline out into great blue yonder and then hope for the best, because that's a pretty good way to pull your hair out. It's like you're just trying to control a 3D object through a 2D display. It's just not very comfortable to do. Let's see. Do that. This. Yeah, so there's our four-sided patch, and four-sided means I can use a boundary. So from, oh gosh, no, that's not what I wanted. From here to here is one, and then from here and here, there you go. We're going pretty good. We're getting somewhere. So I think really the last unique face is this trapezoidal one. But I think to get it, I'm going to have to mirror these bodies over. So right, mirror, bodies. This one, this one, this one, this one, and this one, please. And I wonder if I can use a fill for that. Here to here. Fix up. There we go. Uncheck optimize. Actually, did I do that for this one? I think I'm opening up a can of worms. Okay, so I did check it. I want to uncheck it. We're gonna save. If it blows up, I'm probably just gonna ignore it and keep going. Uncheck. Okay. Yay, everything's fine. Pretty good. This is pretty cool. So far, so good. Let's hide. And we have some junk to get rid of. So namely this and that need to be deleted. So delete bodies. They don't get in, so they don't get in the way. Let's knit. Well, do I want to mirror and then knit? I don't want to click all of these. Whatever. Let's mirror. And then we can just pick these. It's not that many, you know. Alright. Let's... Well, do I actually want to fill? Man, we have a lot of surface bodies here. Let's give that another save for good luck. And there's another solid body here. Oh man, it's just barely going to leak. Yeah, let me knit and see if I can't extend that, you know. Let me just, hang on, let me just do this. Since I deleted the helper bodies, should be able to just do this. There we go. See, we can't untrim select open loop. Is that the right call? I don't think so. Extend. Select open loop. Nothing. Ooh. Something happens. And I don't need it that much. They appear to be well, they appear to not be connecting with each other. I'm going to cheat. What I should have done also. Let me mirror. Can I mirror the solid body as well? Oh, and I fused it. That's really good. Because what I think I want to do with this, so far so good with the overall look, but to turn this into a solid, I'd like to use intersect. That's just here, intersect. If I say create internal regions, I don't think it's gonna do it. It does something. Hello? Hello? Hide? That's a solid body. Now the question is, do they combine? I wasn't expecting that to work. Holy crap, guys, it works. Look at that. Delete that extra body. Okay, that I'm pretty satisfied with that. Knock on wood. Where's knock on wood? I've been having pretty good Solidworks luck, I would say. He says before the SolidWorks crashes and loses all my data. See that sketch picture again. We got a handle to work on. Hey Rob, what does intersect do? Asked Sebastian. Yeah, that is a great question. Here, let me get a new model just so it's kind of tough to understand what happened with that, but it'll all make more sense if I get a couple of the examples here. So, I can actually bring in Goof. Come here, Goof. Hey, it's Goof. Let's shell goof out here like that. There you go. Now it's a hollow box. And then what I'll do is, get something like this. And oh shoot, Toby's watching. I'm not gonna fully define. I'm sorry, but it's just the way it has to happen. Okay, we're gonna uncheck merge results. So first thing you need to know about the intersect command, it's a multi-body command. So I think with single bodies, well, I guess you can use planes too. So I guess what I just said is not necessarily correct, but to use intersect, it finds, among other things, basically, I don't want to sound like an ass, like a jackass right now, but it finds intersecting regions. So I think more intuitively is like if I show you with these simpler examples. So, we have this open box and we have this kind of lid, it's kind of like in the way, right? And let's say, I want this internal volume here. It doesn't exist right now. Maybe I want to measure the volume of this box when it's closed with this lid. So what intersect does is you give it any number of bodies or planes, and then you can say to the intersect command, see if you can find any internal regions. That is, any pockets of air that are completely trapped by all of my selections. So I hit intersect, and what it does is it finds that pocket of air in there that that it was basically trapping. So what it could do is hit OK. If I don't hit merge result, it'll add a third body there. So I have these two bodies and then this internal one. So you could see the box is now solid now. So I could do cool stuff like, get my mass properties, get rid of that, and just put the one body in. Then it could say, oh, the volume is 22.89 cubic inches. You can find out cool information like that. The other mode is if you want to use add, subtract, and common all at the same time. So if I suppress that, I said suppress, it's back. We intersect, and I say create intersecting regions, pick the same two, and say intersect. Well, it'll basically find out basically every single combination of add, subtract, and common that is possible between these two bodies. So for example, if I wanted to trim this lid to perfectly fit, I can actually go here and actually click on bodies, and that will actually remove them. So you can see the little nose symbol. It's removing those bodies. So when I'm satisfied with that, I can hit OK, and then now we've created this box where the lid has been fused together. So it's like combine, but I've also subtracted the other pieces. Or I can, change that. Ooh, let me get out of section, sorry. Can change that. And instead of taking those out, maybe I'll take this out. So instead of having a lid, it has like a lip or a flange. Like that. I think the most intuitive way to get it is just, do what I did. Just make a couple of dummy bodies and just intersect them and just kind of play around with it a little bit. I think it's just definitely one of those things is better learned by example more than anything. Okay, shoot. I think Explorer crashed. Is the stream still running? I think so. Okay, we're good. We're good. Perfect. Thanks for the explanation of such an interesting command. Oh, no problem, man. I might actually clip that and keep that as its own separate video. It's definitely underrated. Here, let me go get a soda. I'll be right back. I got my soda. Gotta stay hydrated. Ideally with water, but this soda works too. Oh man, I should really be healthier. Let's go back here. I want to improve my surfacing. Any suggestions, please? You're in it right now. You're just I think a lot of surfacing is like best practices, but also just practice. So I think what is very underrated in surfacing, I guess to give you one suggestion here, just be very diligent of like how you define your sketches. So for example, surfaces will actually fail if they don't meet up perfectly. So, you know, if you forget to put a coincident or a Pierce relation between a sketch line and, you know, the endpoint, you're going to end up with a lot of errors. So making sure those endpoints are really like locked into place will prevent a lot of errors. I will suggest to you also, you know, if you haven't seen my 12.5 tips for surfacing video, you know, I give like a lot of just general tips there as well. You know, yeah, these. Copy. You know, I go into a lot of detail into different, you know, different things to avoid, what to look out for. Like even if you're not looking to take the exam, I think it's good for, you know, just generally getting better. You know. All right, so for the handle. I actually kind of want to make this bigger. It's probably a bad idea. But I am fearless. Why do I just bump that up? Does that make everything sad? 0.53. Rebuild. No, my surfaces are still pretty good. You know, just trying to match the picture a little bit closer. Yeah, that's really good. Maybe I'll test my luck one more time. 2.5. Adjusting a couple things. That's better. And all my surfacing survived. Pretty good. Though this curve does look a little bit funky. You know, because this scooted around, I can move that there. Man, I should have labeled these. I wouldn't really know what to call them anyway, but there we go. We'll just leave it like that for right now. So this is looking better. I really like the way this looks. Let's give that Control S there, and we'll keep going. So for this, I think I'm just gonna draw the outline. Oh, what I should do actually, because you see like this line is straight here and how it has a shading, that's a chamfer. I'm pretty sure that's a chamfer. Same on the other side. So here's what I'll do. We're gonna sketch on the front plane. Let's get a center rectangle. We want to snap this to the origin because that's where I define the bottom of my knife to be. And just make this so I want it larger than, you know, this tippy top right here. So it meets all the way here. And the width needs to be wider than the widest point. So it swoops out here. It needs to be wider than that. Oh, what is that number, dude? 9375. There we go. Oops. Pretty good. And maybe I'll say 0.25. Oh, that might be too much, actually. Yeah, it's starting to spill in. So I'll just dial that back once like that. And uncheck merge result. Just, you know, using the advantage of multi-body modeling. Alright, so now you might say, oh, well, now there's this kind of crap here. You know, I have a way to take care of that, and I bet a lot of you already know how I'm going to do that. But, you know, I'll let you know right now. It's no big deal. Let us bring this out. And for the boss extruder, let's make that transparent. So you can actually see what we're doing. I'm trying to think whether I should actually just do one half and then mirror over. But I think this shape is simple enough that I can just do it all in one block. What do you think, Jet? Yeah, I think Jet thinks I should have been finished but with this a long time ago. But, you know, we'll get it done. Yeah, chamfers. Under fillets, chamfer. That's too much. And too steep, I think. Let's flip. And that looks good. So you see that preview line matches up pretty well with the actual line, though this one kind of overshoots a little bit. Yeah, it's because I didn't center up the picture perfectly. Are you gonna do this for me? Oh no, we're good. We can flip direction. Oops. Flip. Oh, I goofed up somewhere. Oh, I flipped edge 1, didn't I? Or edge 2. That needs to flip. There we go. Flip. There we go. So we get, you know, that kind of like V shape there. Like that. That looks pretty good. And then what we can do is another sketch on the front plane, in which we'll start with a line out here, go to this corner, and those are looking like splines to me. Let's hide this body. Hide. A lot of splines in this video. If you can get on this line, that'd be great. There we go. Now it looks like that wants to be vertical. Let's get a center line through here. For some reason it's not really picking up that edge, but that's okay, because I can make it go there. Alright, actually let me lock down this point. Maybe it needs to be a little bit less. 1.55. Again, I'm just kind of making up these dimensions as I go. I just get it close and then tweak it in my rounding. Looks pretty good. It's hard to tell when it gets all pixely like this, but you know, I was googling around before and that really was the best picture I could find. Okay. This needs a dimension. That's kind of cool. Same length on the top and bottom. All right. Grab all these, mirror, and this should be good to go. So now I can say, take that and say extrude cut through all both, but I only want to affect this body, but I want to just cut the outside, so I'll just say flip side to cut. There you go, and that gets you a body that looks like this. You can turn off the tangency so you can see a bit better. I think that's how the handle looks like. So I guess another tip for Uzair. I think the most challenging part about surfacing or really advanced part modeling in general is just breaking down the challenge into manageable chunks. Because you look at this thing, and even I was looking at this thing like, this is probably a bad idea to do this on stream, but I'm gonna do it anyway because that's the way I roll, But I just look at it, just take one little bit at a time. Don't have any idea, try sketching and see what you can do with those sketch entities, Right then. There's like carvings. I might omit those, not sure. Yeah, because I can't really get a good picture, but there are these like wrappings that I could probably do actually. There's this little bottom here actually, and maybe a small chamfer along these curved edges. Now, let's do that. It's gonna be really small though. Or I don't know. Let's use fillet. Yeah, variable 0 to 0.090. Oh, that's way too big. Abort. Even that's a bit on the larger side. 40? Okay, I'll take 40. Yeah. Oops. Oh yeah, I think I goofed up. I'm gonna set all of these to 0. Yeah, let's set all of these to 40. And then let's get all of these 0, 0, 0. Stop moving, dude. 0. That'll look pretty cool. Let's get the other body in here. It's actually looking great, I think. I'm really enjoying how this is coming out. Yeah, there's like a little piece down here. I don't know if you noticed it. There's like a little cap. I can do that now. So what I might do, whoops, let's grab another front plane sketch. I know I can't see the actual picture, but I'm just gonna guess. 0.1, that looks good. Select midpoint, put above, and just make sure this line is extra long. There we go. And I can feed that to the split command. This body, please, cut. We cut 4. Interesting. Oh, I goofed. I just want this body. Cut that body. There should be only 2. Consume is off. And to actually make that look like a separate piece, I'm just going to go ahead and put a small fillet. Not that small. I don't know why it started off that small. Yeah, I think we can do that. Oops. Yeah, I'm gonna have to hide this. Fill it. Grab the. Why is it doing that? There we go. And then this, since we can actually access it, should be able to just grab that. There you go. Now it looks like a separate butt piece. And then we'll combine. And we notice we have these left over, but nothing a delete face cannot take care of. So yeah, with these small sliver faces, what I like to do is click, say all surrounding, and then just unselect the big face. You may have to do that on the other side as well. There we go. And that just, you know, negates the chance that there is a tiny, tiny sliver face that is like unclickable. And there, just like it never even happened. All right, so what do I want to do now? Let's make this transparent. Let's take a closer look. Yeah, I guess really the last thing other than the carvings, which, you know, I don't think I'll do. Like I said, they're a little bit too hard to see. But I will do these leather straps, I think. And I think a simple way to do it, let's grab a sketch again on the front plane. Front plane's very popular tonight. Like that. Or really, let's grab a corner rectangle like that. So keep in mind the order of the straps. So, you know, this one is like underneath all three of them. So I'm going to do this one first. So how thick is the strap? 2-2. And you tried the glue gun. That was oh, so you actually made it, man. That's awesome. I think that one's such a great example. I definitely need to save that clip. Yeah, a lot of great. It just like hit on on most of the advanced part modeling and surfacing features. Just like, you know, pretty. Whoops. You know, I think it turned out pretty well. So I'm just trying to define the angle of this. So it just has to be past the whole body, and I just don't want it to move. All right, so now let's. I rendered it by Keyshot, and I was amazed. That's great. Did you post the rendering anywhere? I'd love to see it. What am I doing? My brain's like starting to be sleepy. Split line. Project this sketch on these faces. Yeah, it's tough to see because I have it transparent, but okay, so that has appeared to work. I need to see view, display, tangent as phantom. There we go. So we should have something that wraps around. So, you know, the effect is not like 100% like, you know, realistic, because I'm gonna assume like it's like 3 leather bands, you know, wrapped around rather than 1 leather band just wrapping around several times. That's a lot more complicated to model. And this is a daily project, so I do what I want. Yeah, on LinkedIn I'll mention you. Yeah, please do. Yeah, and actually, you know, you remind me, Uzair. you know, I'll just post this, you know, because this has the thing, link to my LinkedIn profile, so you can add me. I know a lot of people have added me pretty recently, and I need to get to those, so I will get to it eventually. So there's my other social media platforms. You want to add me on LinkedIn, you know, sure. I think it'll be pretty cool. Surfaces, offset. So now what I can do with that surface offset is just thicken it towards the outside. And just like a little bit, maybe even less. I'll uncheck merge results. You know what I might even do? Before I offset it, I'm going to fillet all of these. Fillet. You know, I love it when people take inspiration from my work, and that's really the whole point. You know, I want people to become inspired of like how to practice but make it fun at the same time, you know. Alright, so I'll call that one leather strap, and I guess I'll just rinse and repeat. Oh, I guess I should fix that, huh? It's kind of a downside. I mean, the other thing I could do is just... what would be easier, actually, I think, is to copy all of these and then just copy the body and trim it over and over again. Alright, I'll do that. I won't go back and edit my other work, although I would if I was if this was like a CAD for like a company or something. But what I will do is offset 0, which makes it copy, and just do this whole body. Like that. I can hide the original, and I can even turn that transparent. And I will say move copy bodies. So I'll say copy this with no movement. And I'll just hide the copy. So I'll just work with one copy at a time. And I only need 2 because there's only 2, like, you know, wrappings of the leather left. Now this is turning out to be a healthy tree. Alright, so next one is this one. So I'll do the same thing. Sketch on the front. So go like this. Oh, I missed it, but that's okay. Let's get the size down to 2. And that maybe? Looks pretty good. Give that a distance and an angle. There we go. 25. And just give this an arbitrary length. 3, sure. And then what I can do, so without having that weird split line like artifact, is like I have this surface body now. I can just go into my surfaces, just say trim surface, maybe keep selection, and I want to keep that. Yeah, and then now I have the exact same thing but without affecting the original body, which I think is pretty good. So let's grab this and say internal to feature. And then, just to kind of make the illusion that it's on top of the other one, I'm just going to thicken it to be thicker, basically. So that's what that looks like. So if I get this, and I thicken towards the outside, boy, there we go. So that, yeah, 10,000. So I might make this like 20.2. And check merge like that. So in reality, like this is a little bit thicker than that, but you know, I don't think it'll be very noticeable. I mean, you guys know the secret. But yeah. You know, that's how, you know, you can get something to look like it's wrapped. And I think we should just have one more surface body hanging out that I copied. It's this one, and set it to transparent. And the last one is just this one. Oh, I'm looking at it from the back. I got confused for a second. Alright, Jet, bring me back to where I was. Wait. So I have that. And this. No, we're good. We're good. I thought I goofed up somewhere. Yeah, again, rinse and repeat. Sketch on the front. Grab ourselves a rectangle. And you don't have to make it as long as this, but trying to fully define it so it doesn't, move all over the place for me. And you could do it with center lines, but I'm just going to make it really long because it just has to be longer than the actual handle portion on its own. 122. Alright, so the angle is pretty close there, so I'm going to lay that one down there. So looks like 20. And then I just really need to set the offset. 1.8. 5. There we go. And then surfaces trim, keep the selection like that, and just to make things, see how it looks. Save, thicken, and do 0.3, 0.03. Oh, I forgot to fill it. Crap. All right, we'll do it. Internal. There we go. And let's see if thicken wants to fail or not. Nope, it is totally cool with that. Alright, I dig that. And I think what I can do is maybe a handful of small fillets. Why is it doing that? Did it merge? Yeah, it would seem so. So thicken 2 merges off. Thicken 3 merges on. That's the problem. So I can keep working on it. 0.05. Keep going, you butt. Alright, select tangency. Hooray. Yeah, keep in mind that you have, sometimes you get extra selection features from here. Select tangency. Select tangency. No. Yeah, try to make this easy for me. Alright, guys, I need to respond to a message if you don't mind. Should be... Alright. Yep, thanks for holding on. This is looking good, I think. I don't know about you guys, but I think it's time for some colors. So how do we want to do this? So I think a brush... okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Yeah, let's get a brushed stainless steel as like the overall appearance, and then I'll start modifying from there. I might even make it darker using the color picker. So like that. Oh, the mapping's garbage, but we'll fix that. Mapping. Yeah, can we not use a box map? That's a bit better. It's not... That's better. I like that. Does Jet approve? Who knows? This is darker, so I'm going to assume that is more of a... let's go like an iron. Like a sandblasted iron. I think that'd be cool. I'm gonna have to do this one face at a time. That's kind of poopy, but that's what happens when you build something one surface at a time. Just everything counts as its own feature, so you don't get the benefit of, you know, bulk select like that. But in this case, it's not so bad because there's fairly few faces. It's looking pretty good. I think the... Wait, what's this end cap color? Hello? This is like a lighter metal. Maybe I'll make that aluminum. Brushed. There we go. Give it some contrast. Save. I know there's leather in here. Organic. Organic. No. No, no. Miscellaneous? Leather. There we go. I knew it was here somewhere. Body. Body. Alright, that's looking kind of good. I might get some small fillets here. Maybe not that small. That's better. Let's see if I fillet this. This might actually cause a problem. No, it's not. I posted it on LinkedIn. I know I'm not as experienced as you, but I hope you will like it. I'm sure I will, dude. And actually, you know, before I'll check it out before I sign off for tonight. I'm sure you did great. This is looking good. You know, we all start somewhere, man. I just hope you really enjoyed, you know, watching my stream and, you know, checking out the exercise. Yeah, this is about done. So let me hide the picture, hide all the sketches, and then additionally hide display the edges. Oh man, I really like this model a lot. Came out better than I thought. Hello? I might... Let's do that. There we go. Just break some of those edges. Alright, save. Let's go take a good, quick check to check on our friend here. I bet it's in notifications. You really look like my teacher who used to teach me Siemens NX. That's funny. Maybe we just all look like this. Yeah, but I've never used Siemens before. If you tagged me, I haven't seen you yet. Let's see. Man, I have a lot. Yeah, this will happen. All right. If anything, I'll look at it next time, man. Just, you know, send me a message or something, and I'll be sure to look at it. I'm sure it's great, dude. Man, I really should update this banner. This was like back. I made this banner like CAD model of the day 50 because I think, like, you know, that's number 8. That's like 19. Cybertruck was 18. The Momo nesting doll, that was like 32. Gameplay was 31. So yeah, I don't think I was doing this for more than a month before I made this this banner in the back. So I gotta update that. Let's just give it a render. So what I need to do, since I modeled this like kind of floating up, if I want to do it laying down on a table, I need to edit the scene. So edit scene, come back here. Align floor with the XY plane. There we go. And just say offset to geometry. It'll move the floor exactly where it needs to. So if I turn on perspective, shadow, so a little shadow looks a little bit goofy. Honestly, if there's any criticism for myself, I think I made this knife a lot thinner than it should have been. I might be able to fix that. Let's see something. Scale. This is really cheesy, by the way. We're gonna scale everything like that with respect to the origin and scale it in the Z direction by 50% while leaving the rest at 100%. That's not so bad. Although this thing lost its appearance for some reason. Here, we'll give it back to that. That's actually better, I think. Let's oops, wrong thing. Sorry. Let me go back to this. So comparing like that to this looks better. Could stand to be a little bit thicker, but I really like the way this came out. Let's save. Let's put a background actually. I kind of like the factory floor. Now you can check out. I tagged to someone else. Oh yeah, that'll happen sometimes. I do that from time to time. All right, let's see. Refresh. Do I get a notification? What? Nothing yet. Yeah, maybe it just hasn't come in yet. Here. Yeah, just to make sure you really got the right guy. You know, let me just, you know, that's the link to my LinkedIn. Or if you, let's see here. Yeah, you got some time because I'm gonna poke around at the settings with this dark urban. Let's try photo view. Been doing a lot more photo view recently. I had a dry spell where it just wasn't rendering anything. Let's see it. I think I need to turn up the lights a little bit. And I might say modify perspective view. Very helpful. Oh, it's already at 1. What if we make it even more aggressive? 0.5. Yeah, very aggressive. Oops. Very aggressive perspective can make like blades and stuff like look really like extra like sharp. This all centered up. Okay. Oh, the lights are off. Turn the lights on. That might be part of the issue here. Yeah, it's 9 o'clock right now, which means I've been running this for 2 hours. Yeah, I might just render it and call it a day. So let's go ahead and put this right here. We'll watch it go. Maybe it'll turn out a little bit better. And I can, you know, edit it just a little bit, you know, the coloring and stuff like that in paint.net a little bit. This one might actually take a little while. Has to process reflections, I guess. Oh no, it's going. These little squares eating all the things. Let's check some of this stuff out. Oh, this thing is like aggressively on top of all my windows. Let's do that. Yeah, lots of cool things on LinkedIn. Yeah, also be sure to check out Too Tall Toby. You know, he's doing the speedrun CAD tournament that I was once in. Here, I can actually drop the link to this. Let me do that. You know, give him a good old subscribe. There you go. You know, I really think you'll enjoy his content. Hey, that's me. Grudge match. Jeez. Oh yeah, I'm just looking at Yaya's animation again. This is very, very cool. Though, here, I gotta check something. Lego head printing. I want to print my own Lego heads, but that is very cool. Inside a minifig Lego factory. I think this is what I saw. It looks like my render finished. Oh, that looks pretty good. It's not the best thing ever, but it's not bad. I just want to skip to the heads. Show me the heads. Or maybe I was mistaken. I knew I saw something similar in the Lego factory. Yes, the heads are rolling. Yeah, it's very bad out of context. Okay, so they just go into a spiral, which I guess that's what actually organizes them. So I think I was mistaken, but you know, very cool to see nonetheless. Yeah, I could watch this stuff all day, so yeah, I gotta break out of it. Yeah, where did my... Oh, there it is. There it is. Little artifact here. Wonder if I can clean that up, but I'm just gonna save this one as is. Let's take a closer look at it, and I think we'll call it a stream. And boom, there is our final-ish result. I might touch things up in Paint.net, but this is mostly it. So, yeah, I think that's today's episode for you. CAD model of the day 539. So, of course, if you enjoyed the stream, consider subscribing. I've had a large influx of subscribers recently. You know, let's keep it going. I think that'd be pretty awesome. You know, spread the knowledge to more and more people. And of course, if you haven't joined the Discord yet, you know, we got a custom Discord. I would urge you to do so. Let me give you the link to that yet again. I did that earlier. I also have the links to my other social media. So if you want to consume my content through Instagram, for example, you know, I can send reminders of like when the streams are going to be on. I think that'll be pretty cool. But with other than that, that's all I got for you guys. So, another great episode, and I'll see you next time. See ya.